Good evening and welcome our viewers to Moms and Babies Show. And today it's gonna be interesting, very interesting. Yani inaenda kubamba because this is the most exciting time for many mothers when it comes to complementary feeding. Lakini pia, as much as it is the period that every mother who anatamani, as she's nursing the baby, it's also a tricky time. And that is why I took on our expert here today to take us through the complementary feeding. Are we doing it right? Na unajua tukiongea complementary feeding, ukitoka hosi unaambiwa mtoto anze kukula akifikisha miezi 6 months. So if you are a mother out there, ask yourself, uko na hiyo patience, umesubiri ama umeshapita ama wewe ni ule wa let me try, let me do as much as daktari amesema. Kwa hivyo, welcome. How are you? Mko sawa? I see babies are healthy. Tunasonga kabisa by God's grace. And we want to welcome our daktari. Karibu sana.
Asante.
We were to be with you last week.
Yes.
But for sababu ya pilika ya life, we understand.
Thank you so much.
We are happy you are with us.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Asante. Yes. Full names are Hilda Salamba.
Yes.
I'm a clinical nutritionist. I do consultants in clinical nutrition in various facilities.
Yes.
And I run a facility down at on your way to Chester.
Okay.
Chester, just after Chester Hotel. Previously, I was at Assumption Center. I think many people know I was at Assumption Center.
Yes.
So area of expertise is clinical nutrition.
Yes.
Yes.
Karibu sana. So you're just taking us through, and then maybe if we have questions, tutakuuliza.
Yes.
When it comes to complementary feeding, I know some mothers get it wrong. Sometimes you don't know which kind of food to start giving your child.
Yes.
So I know you're going to help us.
Yes.
Yes.
That's very true. It's very important to know what are the foods you need to start with and why do you need to start weaning. Most mothers, we tend to not be patient. I think that's the most thing that makes you get worked up.
Yes.
A baby is almost 1 month to 6 months. Can't I start giving porridge?
Yes.
Oh, I have like 2 days to go. Can't I start to give porridge?
The temptation.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And also life, because of work, maybe your business, you've really struggled all this time, you've actually expressed, you have stored, you're starting to get tired with warming the expressed milk and leaving it. Rushing to town is a problem. Going to do your errands is a problem. So I think patience is very key. Patience is very, very key.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So tumefika hapo weaning.
Yes.
Now, do I just start giving everything? Ama there's that kind of food that maybe you're supposed to give your child, upatie mtoto wako, na pia kiasi gani, do I just start with 1 cup of porridge now, like that?
First of all, as a mother, you need to know what is weaning.
Yes.
You need to know what is complementary feeding. Okay, what is weaning? Weaning is now introduction of solid foods. This baby has actually been on breast milk throughout. Or maybe mother had a bit of issues and you advised, you can give some formula. Okay, baby has been on formula or breast milk throughout. Meaning that is just liquid, no solids. Now, when baby hits 6 months, that is now weaning. Weaning is introduction of solid foods. And there's one thing as mothers we should know. Weaning has 3 stages. Did you know that?
No.
Weaning has 3 stages. There's stage 1, 2, and 3. Now, in stage 1 is when now you're actually basically introducing the solid foods to the baby. Stage 2, you're introducing textures and other different types of tastes. Because you find you've introduced maybe a bit of porridge or maybe a bit of Cerelac. Okay. When you move to stage 2 is now from maybe say 7 months. Stage 3 is now introduction of now family meals. I can put it in an easier way, family meals. By 9 months, your baby should be able to feed what you are feeding.
Okay.
So if you're making dengu, that baby should be able. That is why when you go to stage 2, you change the baby's feeding. Introduce more textures.
Okay.
And move to 9 months. 9 months, baby should be eating everything. And at stage 2 is when you started with blending, you move to fine mashing, okay? And till now, the baby is able to actually grab a potato that has been cut and put in the mouth and chew and swallow.
Okay.
That way, you're also helping the baby's gut grow further. But you find the love you have for your child.
Yes.
You want to blend for this baby until the baby is 1.5 years. Oh, atanyongwa. Oh, my baby cannot swallow.
Yeah.
Why do you think this baby cannot swallow and the baby is above, is already swallowing from 6 months?
Yes.
So we need to really master those stages very well. Now, what are the fast foods you need to introduce?
Okay.
You cannot run to very hard solids from 6 months immediately. And that is when our baby starts getting constipation. Najiuliza, my baby hajapass stool for 3 or 4 days.
Yes.
Why? Oh, umeambiwa 6 months, start feeding, start weaning. You've already started with potatoes already. Okay, you've started with bananas. Immediately, you're already giving sweet potato. You're already giving
Yams.
duma, you know. So you have to go gradually. You know, we have what we call semi-solid foods.
Okay.
Things like porridge. Okay. Also, you need to watch on constipation. Do a lot of high fiber foods.
Okay.
There's some who say, I give my baby Wimby,
Yes.
nafunga na choo.
Yes, yes.
Yet they're forgetting that Wimby has very good fiber. Okay. So you need to ask yourself, there's something you're not doing on the high fiber foods, especially foods and fruits. When you at 6 months, give fruits. And these fruits, high fiber fruits, change them. You can start with pawpaw this week. You can orange. In fact, orange is normally the first one you start with. Start with orange juice, squeeze it out, put for the baby in some warm water, and the baby drinks. Orange is very rich in vitamin C, helps in absorption of iron. This baby is not getting nutrients from the mommy anymore. Very moderate.
Yes.
So from oranges, the following week you can introduce pawpaw. So introduce one fruit at a time. We have very many fruits so that you can know, does my baby absorb the orange very well? Does my baby absorb the pawpaw very well? Okay. And is my baby taking water very well? Hydration is very key. This baby needs a lot of water because these are solid foods. Even if you as a person, you don't take water, definitely you get constipated.
Yes.
So you need that. When it comes to porridge, make your porridge as fine as possible. Very, very fine and very light. You can start with 3 to 4 spoons. Then also, there's one thing I need to tell mothers. As much as we are guiding you, remember a baby's weaning needs are different on different babies.
Okay.
There's a baby who will really feed,
Okay.
who will pick up the weaning very well.
Yes.
There's a baby who will be like, when the porridge comes, the baby gags.
Yeah.
Okay. When the baby sees you fixing or you're actually putting the orange juice in the mouth, this baby doesn't want.
Yes.
Okay, so baby's weaning is very, we'll give you guidelines, yes, but it's very, very different. Every baby has his or her own picking on weaning. You'll find there's that one who actually takes Wimby porridge very well, but there's another one who does not take porridge, does not tolerate very well. Also part of that, you learn the baby as you proceed. So as you graduate to the second month, first month, those who can afford, you can give a bit of Vitabix, which is okay. There's Vitabix for 6 months. Those who can't afford, you can still introduce a bit of very light porridge, maybe week 1, and continue breastfeeding. And in your porridge, make it rich. You can put in a bit of orange, squeeze in your orange. Do not put milk in porridge, because porridge has a bit of nutrients that are rich in iron. So milk has what we call calcium salts that inhibit the absorption of iron. So when you add milk in any food,
Yes.
whatever food is there that is rich in iron, milk actually blocks the absorption of iron. So mothers need to avoid milk in babies' foods. So put a bit of orange, squeeze in, put in a bit of sugar. Just the same way you don't take a lot of sugar, the same way your baby, you also limit sugar, minimal.
Okay.
You can also put groundnuts, depending on also your economic status. If you can afford groundnuts, you can buy some groundnuts, put together. But avoid unga mingi, dengu, omena, you know. I ask most mothers, unga uneka omena, do you even take it? Most mothers don't even taste.
Yeah.
But you take, mix for your baby and make sure you force that baby to take
Yes.
the porridge. So don't do your mchanganyiko mingi. If it is Wimby, maybe Wimby and Tama, or Wimby and maize, Wimby and Tama only. At most 2 flours. If not that, just give 1 single.
Okay.
Okay, so that baby can easily get the proper nutrients and absorb that specific flour that you're giving. Then also when you give so many, even if your baby reacts, you not know and I react to which product you get. So give. You can even do, if you want maize alone, try. You can do Wimby alone. You can mix, play around like that. After that, try mashed potato. Boil your potato. Make your food nourished. Okay.
Yes.
Make it balanced. When you give a lot of carbohydrates only, baby does not get protein. When baby doesn't get protein, what do we get? Deficiencies in iron. Unaona unaambiwa damu ya mtoto iko chini sana. Why? Umekuwa unapeana potato, ndizi, alenge, only you mix alone and give the baby. That food lacks vegetables, vitamins. That food lacks protein. Okay. So you need to make sure your food is balanced. So potato, mix it very well. sieve it out. You see, when you're starting, you can blend. You can start the first month or first 3 weeks blend. When you go to 7 months, do fine mashing. Pitiza kwa kichungi, unaona? After that, by the time you get to 7 months, unabonda kabisa. You take a lot of soup na unampatia. Now, what else do we look at? When do we start introducing legumes? I've told you at 7 months we do different tastes and different types of textures.
Okay.
So 6 months umepeana viazi, umepeana uji.
So daktari, hapo kwa viazi,
Yes.
It's carbohydrates.
Yes.
So you've said you can take protein and
Now,
mix it.
like what you can do, you can boil nyama.
Yeah.
Your supu yake, that's just the broth. Make sure the broth is very thick.
Yes.
Usiweke maji mingi, weka kidogo, let it boil as it goes down. Ikishuka, that thick broth, you can put it inside.
Okay.
You're trying to introduce this child to hiyo nyama in the future. So mix the broth. Your spinach as well, you can take minimal and blend and mix inside. This food is already balanced for this baby.
Okay.
Okay. So after that, when you move to, by the time you move to 8 months, you're able to even take minced meat and fry and put in a bit of carrots and put in a bit of minji and blend very well and mix in the baby's potatoes. Because you've already introduced a bit of your taste ya nyama. Unaona?
Yeah.
So you can do maybe nyama this week, next week you can boil your chicken, toa hiyo broth yake, mix kwa food yake, spinach, you can easily steam it and then blend.
Yes.
So we steam blend, una mix kwa chakula yake. But hapo ni 4 to 5 spoons as you move on. Then as the baby picks, kuna ule utamwekea 45 spoons but unaona hajashiba, bado anashika kijiko, bado anafungua mdomo.
Yes.
So you also feed on baby's demand as well. Yeah. At 7 months, when you start 7 months, you introduce butternut. You see? So leo akule potato, kesho akona butternut. There's a bit of Cerelac. You see?
Yes.
So at about 7.5 to 8 months, you can easily now do the mixing. You can mix the two of them. At 8 months, you can now introduce banana, because banana is very heavy. You introduce very early, it also causes a bit of constipation. So you wonder, kwa nini banana as well? So banana unaweza pea huko mbele. But remember, at 7 months, fruits umepeana variety. Shanza na popo 6 months, move to oranges. You're also giving. You can give a bit of watermelon, you can blend a bit. You can give a bit of mango, you can give a bit of avocado. But now fruits like say avocado, mango, those ones you can just put under the sieve. You don't need to blend them under the water. You see? Na finya unatafuta ile imeiva vizuri. Finya vizuri and pass through the sieve. Unapata hata kitake 4 or 5 spoons ni sawa.
Yes.
Create time for baby for fruit. And also create time for baby to get hungry. Usifeed hivi ati nilimpatia saa ile hakushiba, wacha nimuongezee. Baby is not even demanding. It is you who wants to feed the baby. But I understand, because you know moms, you have to akukula vizuri. Then another thing you also have to avoid as mothers. Umetengeneza hiyo viazi, meka spinach ndani na hiyo supu ya nyama. Amekula 3 or 4 spoons, hajashiba. You run, take milk and give. Nona, hiyo pia is wrong. Allow this baby to get hungry. Kama amekula hivyo, maybe umepatisha chakula quickly. So give that food. Once baby is like, maybe unamongezea sana na kameshiba, take that food cover, keep it well, let the baby play.
Yes.
Allow baby to play and get hungry. Or you can, breastfeeding is always different. You can breastfeed.
Okay.
Then mwache acheze. Give an allowance about 3 hours before next feeding. Before next feeding, give 3 hours. Introduce water in between. Plenty of water. Maji anakunywa. 9 months. When you make, let's say, ndengu and chapati, you guys not eat chapati. Baby not eat chapati. But you can take baby's potatoes and put in the ndengu. And by that time, we are frying. Because from 8 months, baby's food, you can easily start to fry. You can fry baby's food, yes. So legumes, you can start with comfortable legumes like ndengu special and kamande. Yeah. So when you do ndengu special, even ndengu green is okay. Beans would be a bit heavy. Beans you can start from 8.5 months or 9 months. So when you do that, make sure you soak in water overnight. Do you know why we soak? Why do we soak?
To remove the gas.
To remove the gas, yes. And then there's what we call phytic acid, which is found in legumes. So when you soak overnight, you find that the phytic acid that is inside is lost through the water.
Okay.
So one, baby does not get the heartburn. Two, that's the gas, does not get that. And then apart from that, baby is able to absorb the iron that is in the legumes. But if you don't soak, no absorption of iron. Yes.
So it is okay to give Cerelac, Weetabix?
If you can afford, no Weetabix. No, Weetabix is too complex for especially babies below 5 years. Okay. So now Cerelac is okay, but as a meal. Then it's also easy and comfortable. Let's say you have traveled out of town. Utaanza kutafutana na viazi mtaani, ukarange, unaona? Utatoa Weetabix yako, utafute maji moto, umix, and you give the baby and you've moved.
Yeah.
But now, if you can afford, if you cannot afford, just give the normal foods that are available. Yes.
Yeah,
So in the morning, train a baby to feed yenye at 9 months you're able to feed, to give. For example, akiamka asubuhi, plan for the baby. If it is breakfast, akiamka hivi, what do I give? I'll give him porridge or her porridge. At 10 o'clock, you can easily, 3 hours later, you can now prepare the popo. And take popo yake. After that, si maybe atacheza matalala. Akilala hivi akiamuka, the food is ready. Maybe the mashed potato or the malenge. You see, unampatia. Akishacheza kidogo jioni, kama ni maziwa ama ni nana anakunywa, those who can give you normally advice. If you can afford none from 6 to 9 months, give. You see, but if you can't afford none, you can still breastfeed. You can still breastfeed. For those in some places financially they cannot be able, with actually even the cow milk, yes, but we normally say cow's milk is for cows, not for humans. Okay. It is very high in fat and very low in iron. Okay, so you really need to observe on that. So learn to plan for baby meals. By the time baby gets to 9 months, huyu ni mtoto mwenye akiamka unampatia maziwa kikombe na unamwekea slice yake ya mkate kama wewe. Because some babies at 9 months, when the baby sees your milk tea is colored, yake anakata. So what do? You put a bit of cocoa. That is psychological, but still it's milk. So you put cocoa and sugar, baby takes.
Yes.
Yeah. So you start introducing. On bread apple, even you put for the baby bread.
Wow.
So 9 months is family meals. You can go out to the baby. Baby can sit there and nibble on your chips. Okay. Bite on your sausages or yake anakula.
Wow. Yeah. So kuna one of us who asked a question, and I think daktari amegusia, maybe anaweza enda more, like anapatia mtoto uji ni ya wimbi, and then na mtoto akipupu anaona ni kama anapea hata texture iko sawa, anampea maji but anapata pupu iko ngumu sana. So ama sometimes mtoto pia anakuwa na hiyo constipation. So is it the wimbi ndio problem ama?
Now I've talked about high fiber foods.
Yes.
We need to concentrate on high fiber foods, like almost 100%. Fruits and foods, So at 6 months, I've said you need fruits sana.
Yes.
Because this baby is having, at 6 months, baby is having, say, 1 meal a day. At 1 meal a day, you either choose today to make Cerelac, tomorrow you can give porridge. And then throughout now, that is water and fruit. And fruit, you said you can give orange juice, squeeze the orange and give us juice. And give as often as you can. You unampatia just the same way you drink water, so baby to drink water. Okay. So let's say baby wakes up in the morning, atapata porridge at 6 months. Akishapata porridge, throughout the day, of course, mother's milk anaweza breastfeed throughout the day. And what else? You add now the pawpaw and the orange juice and then water. That is enough for that baby throughout the day. Because you're introducing food slowly. Yes. By the time you get now to the 3rd week or the 2nd week, depending on baby's demands. I've said every baby has his or her own way of picking up on women. So if you get to say the 3rd week of 6 months or the 4th week of 6 months, you're introducing the potato. Here, you're already introducing another fruit. By the 3rd week, you'll be introducing another fruit. Even if it is that mango, pass it through the sieve. Hata kama ni 3 or 4 spoons, at least there's another fiber fruit during the day. That tunaweza mpatia 2 fruits during the day, the pawpaw and that. By the time I get to 7 months, baby is having 2 meals a day. That is lunch and dinner, just like you. Okay. And then now in between, anapata pawpaw, anapata mango. If baby anafungana choo sana, after the food, let's say we take porridge, you can give baby 1 hour and give the pawpaw or the mango. And then now, of course, warm water to drink. baby has to keep on drinking water. At 7 months, introduce the legumes. Legumes are they're high dietary foods.
Okay.
So make sure the legumes are introduced at 7 months. Mpatie hiyo ndengu.
Yani
Wa-
kamande.
Kamande, ndengu, you know, those
Yeah.
ones. But beans, you can do beans from 8.5 months.
Okay. At a piece, right?
Yeah, minji, at 8 months, you know, at 8 months, you uanza karanga food. You're frying the baby's food. So there, you introduce a bit of minji. You can do carrots. You can do now minced meat. Yenye now you just boil the minced meat, unakaranga vizuri, you blend. In that anapata hiyo minced meat direct.
Okay.
And you mix in the food.
All right.
So ukiblend una mix na inakuwa smooth.
Okay.
Si inapotelea?
Yeah.
Eh,
And kuna hii notion that I think the way umesema, I think maybe it differs with kids.
yes.
Kuna wale that wanasema mimi I won't start fruits, that ukimanzisha fruits anaacha kukula these other foods. Is it true?
You know, a baby is how you train the baby.
Okay.
The same way you give birth to a baby and you don't breastfeed for a long time, this baby will forget and will not even want to latch. The same way you introduce foods. Ukimzoesha matunda, by the time you introduce these other foods, of course yeye amelearn kukula hiyo matunda. And remember, apart from that, how are you helping this child with fruits only? This baby will get deficiencies. Alikuwa anapata 100% nutritional value from the mother. But now that baby is 6 months, needs weaning or complementary foods that will complement the mother's breast milk but not replace. That is what you mean by complementary feeding. So you're not supposed to, you're actually supposed to make sure you do the proper complementary of those foods.
Okay.
Watoto kama hawa, you find wako na mabrother, wanaonyeshwa sweetie hapa pale, nini juice, soda, is it?
You're not supposed to. In fact, you need to train children to avoid sugary foods. Because even sugary foods inakata hamu ya chakula. You can imagine you go home every day with sweets and sodas. Na umeng'ang'ana kupika mchele huko na ndengu na nini. That baby will not feed because of the sugary things already making the body feel it has enough stores for energy. You see? So you train the big ones not to go home with those sweet things. Because definitely wanaona this is my brother. Anaona kaya anakula hii sweetness and I want to share. So for you now, you have to train them. Yeah, as your juice, those sweets and sodas and Del Montes, all those things should actually be put away from children because of they are very high in sugar. Yeah, yogurt is okay.
Yeah.
You can carry a bit of crisps is fine. Popcorn is fine for now the big children.
Oh.
Yeah, at even for these ones at about 7.5, say 8 months, you can introduce yogurt, vanilla. It's very good for digestion as well.
Okay.
Yes.
You said the cow milk is for the cows.
Yes, it is staple. I mean, it's one of the things we can take, but we also need to know how we are taking and why. One thing I normally say, in fact, one of my motto is, you are what you eat.
Yes.
Okay. Whatever you put on your table or on your plate, no one forces you to put it into your mouth.
Okay.
It is you. Okay. Meaning, whatever you as a mother put on the baby's plate must be of value to that baby.
Okay.
So even if you're preparing it, ask yourself, why am I putting tomato in this food for my child? Okay,
Yeah.
tomato is rich in vitamin C. It will help my child absorb iron. Okay,
Yes.
why am I putting spinach? Spinach is rich in vitamin A
yeah.
for the formation of platelets. Okay, why am I putting carbohydrates? You need to know why every function of those foods.
Yes.
Now, I was told milk, no. Milk, I've told you, milk has calcium salts. It inhibits the absorption of iron.
Okay.
So whatever food is rich in iron, even you right now, uende ukule nyama, maini or any protein, and uteremushe na maziwa, or how people take managu and add milk,
Yeah.
you really spoil the value of that vegetable or the value of the protein that is needed.
Yeah.
So milk is not, it's okay, you can use it, but in the right ways. You can even drink it later like now on its own. Without anything, that is fine. Okay, but mixing it with food is what I'm really looking at is not good for children. Unless economically it is just the only thing you can. That's why I've said from 6 months to 9. If you can afford and you don't have enough breast milk, you can give none. If you can afford. If you can't afford, what are you forced to do? You're just forced to give milk. Because even in the village, that is what they have available. They don't have formula.
So, mash baby food with breast milk. Is that okay? I've seen it.
It's not bad, but sometimes I ask myself, it's a lot of work.
So Nyonyeshe tu.
I say, yeah, why can't you just breastfeed that baby? And why do you really have to put milk in the baby's food? That's what I've told you. Avoid milk in baby's food.
Oh, so
Totally.
your mama, pay to
avoid it. Just avoid mixing. Food, you can put Blue Band, put a bit of salt for the baby to taste. Just like you, of course, minimal salt. Make sure your food has vegetables. Make sure the food has protein. Breast milk, wacha ya nyonya direct. Breastfeed too.
Okay. And is it okay to give it separately? Because now when you tunaishi town, we only have the whole milk in the shops. Is it okay to you buy, boil it vizuri, and then add some sugar and umpatie?
Yeah, you can give, but on its own.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. When you plan the baby's meals, you can say, akiamka asubuhi fasting in the morning, neza mpatia maziwa. And maybe add in a bit of water if you're giving cow's milk, because of digestion process ya mtoto. So you can give if that is what is available. And then from there, next 3 or 4 hours, give some porridge. But in between, you've said, what are we giving? Fruits and water. Fruits and water. Fruits and water. This is a baby by 9 months, not even 9 months, 8 months, because you learn from how the baby is behaving. Baby can sit on his or her own. Na wewe unaangaliana and feed the baby.
Yeah.
Avoid, let me show you. Avoid this. I've seen most mothers doing this. Avoid now, you take baby's hand, you take, This baby, by the time this baby is able to understand anything under stuka, by the time baby is able to understand what is happening, akikuona it's eating time, baby starts crying. There's a bit of you and I feel, are you safe eating time? So teach this baby is able to sit on his or her own. Get a corner in the house even. Put that baby there. Mix baby's food. Sing for the baby stories as you feed that baby. Okay. Baby will be able to know it is eating time. And then as baby moves to 9 months, put that baby on the floor. Or on, if you're able to get that baby chair is okay. Put a cup there, a plate, the wooden spoon babies have. If baby is allowed to, if baby is able to, you can see the milestones. The baby can actually put something in the mouth, give that baby that spoon. Train the baby to eat. Okay, train the baby to eat because you can easily learn. But that forcing that baby and holding, it's like munapigana. I think moms should really stop that and train that baby. Hata kama hana appetite, find a way. Go to a nutritionist. Find out what am I going to do to enable my child to get the appetite back. So you're fighting. I would really, mothers should stop holding. Others would do this. I think, it's not very healthy even psychologically for that child. When food comes, baby feels like even running away from you. So you see, when you teach that child as from 6 months, sit here, feed. That baby even at 9 months will not disturb you. Okay. Baby, it's time to eat, come. Baby's hungry, will just follow you and sit down and eat. So it's how we train the baby.
Yeah, so far so good. Because of time, I think now we will have to stop there. Lakini kumbuka, next Tuesday, it will be a continuation of this episode. Remember, we have to learn the best methods, the best foods, and just to get it right for our children, right from 6 months onwards, and what you do right now will affect your child forever. So don't forget to tune in here on Moms and Babies Show, where we celebrate life by walking the motherhood journey together, only on MBCI TV. Bye-bye.